Mr. Speaker, last night the BBC revealed the Foreign Office knew the extent of Narendra Modi's involvement in the Gujarat massacre that paved the way.
Pakistani-origin British MP Imran Hussain raked up a BBC documentary on the Gujarat riots in the British Parliament on Thursday.
Given that hundreds were brutally killed and that families across India and the world, including here in the UK, are still without justice, does the Prime Minister agree with his diplomats in the Foreign Office that Modi was directly responsible?
British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak responded sharply, disagreeing with the contention of the Pakistani-origin Member of Parliament.
Mr. Speaker, the UK government's position on this has been clear and long-standing and hasn't changed. Of course, we don't tolerate persecution where it appears anywhere, but I'm not sure I agree at all with the characterisation that the honourable gentleman has put forward.
But in New Delhi, the Ministry of External Affairs came down hard on the BBC documentary that claimed the then British Foreign Secretary Jack Straw dispatched a diplomat to Gujarat after the riots, calling it a propaganda piece designed to push a discredited narrative.
Comments by former Foreign Secretary in that, and something about reports that he is referring. Look, he seems to be referring to some internal UK report. How do I have access to that? And it's a 20-year-old report. Why would I just jump on it now? And just because Jack Straw says it, how does it get that much legitimacy? I heard words like inquiry and investigation. There's a reason we use the word colonial mindset. We don't use words loosely. What inquiry? They were diplomats here. Investigation. Are they ruling the country? I'm sorry. I do not agree with that characterization, and obviously there is an agenda behind it.
The External Affairs Ministry said the documentary displayed a bias, lack of objectivity, and displayed a colonial mindset. The then Foreign Secretary Kamal Sibal said he had reacted strongly to the British sending a diplomat to Gujarat and then circulating a report amongst European Union diplomats.
A luncheon meeting with the EU heads of mission in Delhi. I again, at the end of it was on India-EU relations in general, and at the end of it, I again cautioned them about not interfering in our internal affairs and making judgments on this issue when it was quite clear that all the inquiries that needed to be done were being done, and the issue was being discussed by our own people.
The Congress put out a tweet of the Brock documentary site with a comment "Darpok" or "coward."
They are proposing this amendment which will ensure that all free, independent media voices will be completely muzzled. They will ensure that truth does not escape out in the public. They are also trying to muzzle a foreign platform now, which was trying to do a documentary on Mr. Modi. I am told they have hired lobbyists to ensure that that documentary doesn't come out. This is the level of fear this government has of free voices.
People of Indian origin in Britain have also hit out at the BBC bias and propaganda.
It is scoring your own goal by creating hatred between Hindus and Muslims. They are going to divide the community and divide their country. They will be very bad for the social cohesion. We are one community now. We have one king and one country, and therefore we should not be created any policy which brings these two community at a loggerhead. The policy of divide and rule worked in India, but if you're going to use this, it will damage your own country as well.
The Supreme Court in June 2022 upheld the Special Investigation Team report clean chit to then Chief Minister Narendra Modi and others in connection with the Gujarat case, saying the SIT had formed its opinion after considering all the material collated during investigations. The question of further investigation would have arisen only on the availability of new material, which is not forthcoming in this case. Hence, the final report of the SIT ought to be accepted as it is. 2023 is a crucial election year with polls in 9 states seen as a dress rehearsal for the 2024 general elections? Will politics on 2002 riots escalate again? Amidst the question, who's more authentic, an unnamed British diplomat or a Supreme Court monitored SIT?
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.